Hello, everyone. It is Canadagraphs here. It was January 17th, and I decided I'm going to do a little streaming today. Not in my room at the moment. The reason I'm not in my room is I wanted to give you guys a little update on why I'm streaming today. Just give me a second to turn my camera around so that you can see what I'm going to show you. Fun fact, I already filmed this once, only to realize I didn't start the stream, so yeah, this is what we have here today. This is since late last night. Like, I think it started snowing at maybe midnight. It's only 9 a.m. We already have this much. So yeah, I'm not going in much anywhere today. I might go out just to grab food in, a few hours, but I'm not going out just for the heck of going out right now. So thought I might as well stream. Yeah, I'm going to do some GeoGuessr on here, but I'll answer some questions when they come up. But the first thing I have to do, before we do that, I will get to your super chat in a minute, Scott. I just want to fix my camera. All right. Okay. First thing I have to do is I have to get back to my room because I came downstairs to show you guys the snow. And I also had to pick up a drink because I forgot I had no pop, but thankfully we have a pop machine down here. So I will be back with you in a minute, and I'll get to your question when I get back, Scott. I just got to run upstairs. All right, back in my room. I'll have a camera on in a second. I just got to move a couple things around. And I'll be with you. Okay. All right, I'm back. I just need a quick drink here and pour myself my other drink. All right. I can pour the drink while I'm answering questions. All right. So we got Scott right off the bat. How you doing, Scott? Happy New Year. When do you think Superman and Lois will air? April. They could probably have it end by June. Are you still invested in the MCU? Deadpool 3 is said to be one of the most important films of new saga. All right, a few questions to answer there. No chance in hell. 0% chance it starts in April. 0. June is honestly a more possible start. I personally think they're not going to start until the fall, like September, October, because they're not going to want to throw away that product. Like, they might want to be out of television. They might want to be out of created television, but they're also not going to throw away the only product they have left to air. So they're not going to throw it away. They're going to air that when there's money to be made in the fall. So I honestly think it's going to be September or October, but the best case scenario you can hope for is that they air it in June. 0%, 0.0% chance it happens in April. They didn't even start filming until now. Are you still invested in the MCU? I mean, I guess. I don't know. I have to know what that entails these days. Deadpool is said to be one of the most important films of the saga, of the new saga. I don't know what the new saga means, but yay. I mean, I'm obviously going to go see Deadpool. I mean, I don't know anyone that's not going to go see it, but you know, whatever. But yeah, thanks. Follow up is the next Star Wars movie is now a Mandalorian and Grogu film. What? Thoughts? I hope Bo-Katan and others are in it too. You mean like a? Do you mean an actual movie, like one that's in the theater? Is that what you're saying? Like, there's going to be a actual Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian with Grogu in a movie that's in a theater? That's crazy. Is that going to be a like after season 4, or are they like doing that before season 4? Or are they just scrapping season 4? I haven't paid attention to any of that stuff, so you know, kind of wild. You hope Bo-Katan and others are in it too. Yeah, I mean, it would be weird if they didn't have most of the notable characters in it. Hold on, I just gotta take my hoodie off. I wore it literally to go downstairs and show you guys the snow, but now I gotta take it off. It's not warm, but it's warm with the hoodie on. Yeah. What's the yeah in reference to? Sorry. I don't know what I said that you said yeah to. Oh my god, I just realized I didn't set up my board to stop my cord from catching the corner. Annoying. I gotta set this up because I cannot do a stream without this thing set up. You're gonna hear me like ripping some tape for a minute, so just excuse the mild sound. I forgot all about this. Funny enough, I just took it down today. It's been up for like since whenever my last stream was, but I just took it down today because that corner needed to be washed, and now here I am putting it right back up. Very efficient. Put that one over there. That one's too short to be on the big side. Okay, that should stay in place. All right. Yeah, I don't know what the yeah was in reference to. I've read conflicting reports. Some say it's replacing season 4. Others say season 4 is still happening along with the movie. Yeah, it's going to be a theatrical film. Wow. I mean, I'll go see it. I'll go. Mandalorian season 1 through 3 were good enough that I'll give them the chance in the theater. You know, I've always been of the mindset, if you have something that did really good on TV, why not make like a theatrical version of it? I mean, people will go see it and then they'll watch it again on television later, a couple of years later, right? Like, why not? All right. Enough yimmering yammering. Let me at least pull up GeoGuessr while I'm doing this. But yeah, you can still ask questions. I'll just answer them only whenever I'm not doing something else. Yay. All right. They should do an Arrowverse movie to wrap things up. Well, they should, but they never will. The days of something like that happening are gone. We won't be getting something like that. What did I just do? Oh my god. There we go. All right. Yeah, I mean, you can always hope that something like that would happen, but there's a 0% chance they do that now. I mean, all of the main characters, with the exception of probably Amel, have moved on, you know? Melissa's got a job. Grant's got a job. I don't know what. Javicia has a job. Yeah, she's filming. Yeah, that fucking. She's got a show that should be filming here. What happened to that? Let me see. It got picked up. I remember that. For the latest MCU movies, I don't even know what the latest MCU movie was. So, was it this one? Double Life? No, I don't think it's this one. What was it that she has coming up? Oh, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, nothing has been announced about when it's supposed to start filming. Okay. Okay. Since I don't think anybody is here to play GeoGuessr at this moment, if there is, no one spoke up. I might just do some practicing on my own because I definitely am going to need it. They have. So for anyone that's watching this stream after the fact and you're wondering what all this news is about, there's changes to GeoGuessr. I have a nice fancy little screenshot here for you. Let me bring that up instead of what I currently have up. All right, so this morning, a whole bunch of things were announced for GeoGuessr that changes the landscape of their competitive mode and their seasons just completely. And a lot of people are excited about it. For me, I'm a little less excited, but I'll explain why when we get there. All right, so we'll start off in the top corner here. This is the first tweet they put out this morning. It's like 1 week until launch. Together with this, we will also move the Battle Royale modes to unranked. Oh, this is the follow-up. Oh wait, no, this isn't. Never mind. This is the original post. They post stuff first that people weren't thinking about, and the other stuff second. Okay, so let me try that again. Together with this, we will also move the Battle Royale modes to unranked. NM and NMPZ duels will take the place on ACW, and our next season will consist of moving, no moving, and no moving pan Zoom duels. And I kind of hate it. Part of the reason I hate it is I am not good at NMPZ, and the reason I'm not good at NMPZ is, as those of you that have been around for a while know, I have a vision problem. Like, you know, it's not really a secret. You can literally tell, like, if I wasn't like in a corner of a screen at the moment. How do I get myself back? No. Yeah, I mean, if you can tell, like, that is not a top tier eye there. So NMPZ is very tough for me. And because of that, I'm not happy about it, but I understand the majority of the player base is excited about it. And because of that, I think it's good for the game. Not good for me. Definitely not good for me, but good for the game. Taking out the Battle Royale modes altogether, I'm okay with, although I do have some, issues with that. Again, only because of my own value. I have done very good over the years in Battle Royale distance. It is the mode everybody else hates, and I have a above average record on it. I have definitely gained points on it. Most people don't like it, so I'm disappointed to see it go unranked. That means I can gain no more points from it, but it is what it is. But we'll move on down to their next part of their comment. They had a video that's like 11 seconds. It's whatever. They're like, No move duels will be unlocked when reaching gold division. So if you're a bronze or a silver, you do not have to worry about no move yet. But as soon as you get into the gold division, if you're going to play the seasons, you have to worry about no move duels. And NMPZ duels will be unlocked when hitting Master Division. Well, I'm already in Master Division, so sucks to be me. That said, I would still, want to be in Master Division over being in Gold anyway, because you get more points per win. So yeah. Furthermore, Gold Division will start playing duels on ACW as well. So ACW has been the map for Master and Champion divisions for a while now, except last season. Last season they did an improved world, which was the map they used at the World Cup. Very complicated, but one season they did that. But ACW has been the map for Masters and Champion for a while. And a lot of people are like, well, why don't you do it for other modes? Well, giving ACW to a bronze or a silver player is kind of mean, because they're not good enough to really do well on that map yet. A gold, I think there'll be some golds that'll 100% struggle with this. There'll be some golds that they'll excel and move into Master pretty quick with it. But yeah, that is the main event news. And then there was a couple of updates. A couple of questions were asked. One person was like, thanks for the change, Devs. Just a question. Do you plan to put up 3 different leaderboards? So right now there is only one leaderboard. All ELO is under one umbrella, and that is your duels, your Battle Royale countries, and your Battle Royale distance, all under one ELO. There's not a separate ELO for each one. People have been asking for that for a while, and it's never gone anywhere. They replied, not for the initial launch. And I got that same reply on Discord from one of the devs who said, I think the exact same words, not for the initial launch, or something super close to it, which gives me hope that sometime in the next couple of months, they will have separate leaderboards for all 3 duel modes. Please, Bebo, make that happen, because I'm gonna get rolled on NMPZ. So if my overall scores are based on all 3 modes, I'm gonna struggle to get to champion on any of them. Or I'd struggle to get to champion if I have to play my NMPZ games in season. Because that's gonna hurt my overall score. But if they break it down into all 3 eventually, not so mad. I will not be disappointed if I have an NMPZ gold ELO and then a master and a champion and NM and moving. Won't upset me one bit if that's the case. But if it's an overall rank long term, I'll be a little cranky about it, because NMPZ is going to really drag down my ranking. Then there was another question. It was a follow-up basically to that question. It goes, will there at least be separate stats, like how Battle Royale countries and Battle Royale distance have different stats, which they do. If you go to a profile, I'll show you after I've done this post. I think that's the least bare minimum you could do, blah, 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 blah. How long might we have to wait for those separate ELOs? They didn't answer the last part, but they did say there will be separate stats. So yeah, so you'll have, I'll show you the way my page looks here. Back to Geography Guesser. So when you go down my page, you see you have your Battle Royale stats. They have them separated by country games and distance games. They're not all one category. So right now, duels is only one category, because there's only one mode of duels you can play, and that is the moving duels. So when Duels finally has an NM and NMPZ mode next week, there'll be 2 more stats columns down here between there and Duels. And I wouldn't be surprised if they even move Duels up above Battle Royale and move Battle Royale down to the bottom where no one's looking at it, since it's not relevant anymore. So yeah, that's the changes. I'll be honest, I'm going to get, my seasons are going to tank from here on out. This is my highest ranked trophy, 196th place. I had visions of someday getting a top 100 finish. And I really realistically thought that I was getting closer until last season. Last season, I kind of didn't do great. I think I finished just below this, but this season I was like, all right, well, this season will be the season. I am getting my ass kicked this season. A lot of people decided to pick up the game this season, start playing this season, and I'm 175th already, and we're only on Wednesday. There is still all day Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for people to pass me, and I've played all of my games. So, yeah, not a great season for me. But yeah. So that's the updates. As for playing, if anyone wants to play, speak up, and I will set up a party. If not, I'm probably just going to practice ACW here and check in on the chat every couple of minutes. Scott, you did say something a while ago. Let me see what we got going here. At the end of the Marvels, Miss Marvel recruits Kate Bishop to form a new team. Okay. Also, they've made Daredevil and all the Marvel Netflix shows officially canon in the main MCU. Okay. Ahsoka is getting a season 2. I did hear that. So yeah, I am at least 1% in the know. All right. Should I practice NM or NMPZ first, guys? No, none of you guys are paying attention. I'm gonna do NM because I need to work up to the pain of no move pan zoom. What the hell is this? My first thought is Peru? Chile? Chile. Okay. Where the hell does it look like this? I mean, it's gotta be north. I mean, I would assume north. Wild. Yeah, I think I just gotta kind of go up here somewhere kind of close to Peru because it felt Peru to me at the start. Shut up. That far down? Not a good start for your boy, that's for sure. That's a bad start. Tahograph? Tahograph, is that like one of my off brands? I do not know all of my bollards. They're almost useless to me. It's like 5 bollards I know in in Europe. That is something I'm gonna have to. I'm really gonna have to sit down and study bollards and poles if I'm gonna like be halfway decent at no move, because no move and especially no move pan zoom really rely that the game is practically all fucking meta. Like you don't actually play like a normal GeoGuessr game. You play on the premise of, can I remember things like what this stupid bollard is? I don't know what that sign is down there, but none of this is telling me anything. This makes me think, I don't know, something out here, like Croatia maybe? I don't know. Albania maybe? Croatia, okay. Whew, that was a close one. My nemesis, Russia. I've started learning Russia like this week, but I'm in the very early stages of learning Russia. I basically have committed myself to just learning the Eastern Peninsula and Sakhalin. I have not learned anything more than that yet, so this is outside of my safety zone. I do not know any of the cars or antenna metas or anything like that. I'm first just starting with familiarizing myself with what the regions look like. So this is outside my safety zone. I'm gonna go right down the middle just because I think it's probably anywhere from here to here. Yeah. This is going to be a bad game. That pole holy? Need a better look at a pole. None of those look holy. You don't look holy. Oh, actually, I just turned around. That would have answered all my questions. Okay. Kind of hilly, right? Like this isn't super flat, but I wouldn't call it like this is much more hilly, and kind of so is this, but might have a western vibe. Yeah. No idea. Zero idea. What do I do with this no move? Denmark or the Netherlands? I don't know. Maybe Belgium. I don't know. I'm going Denmark or Netherlands, so I'm probably going to go Netherlands, but super North Netherlands in case it's Denmark. France. France crossed my mind too. All right. 18-1 is atrocious. I mean, I am used to getting 20K on a semi-regular basis, no move. So 18K is a bad start. All right. No one else here still? Hello, anyone out there? You want to play? Speak up and I can create a lobby. How do I pin this message without getting these stupid heart emoji things in the way? I wonder if I can do it on here. No, I can't. I'm going to have to spam my own chat to get that thing up over the thing. So that I can just... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, why won't you let me pin that in my chat? It won't even let me pin my own message. What is going on? What is going on? Can I do it on here? Nope. Why am I not able to pin my own message? I can pin that message. I can pin that message. Why can I not pin my own message? In. Why can't I pin my message? I can literally pin Scott's message right above me. Like, look at that. I can pin that message. Can't pin this one? What is going on, YouTube? What is this bullshit? I'm going to do something interesting. I am going to try. Okay, just bear with me for a second. Okay, cut and paste that. Copy, paste. Let's see. Let's see if I can do that. Can I paste my own comment from my other account? Oh my god, I just tabbed out of it. This is going so bad. It's a good thing there's only 2 people watching. How stupid it's going to be if I am able to pin that comment but not my own. Oh, shut up. Now it works for my stuff. Incredible. 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 Seriously, YouTube? What the fuck? Okay. That insanity is done. And still not really anyone here, eh? Alright. Play a couple more, and if no one drops by, I will maybe just wrap it up and practice on my own or move to Twitch. I thought like everybody's snowed in across the country. There'd be some people sitting around at the computer today, but apparently not. Apparently only me. What am I looking at here, by the way? Driving on the right. Bryugan City. Can I find Bryugan City in 40 seconds? Or is it Bayugan City? I think I've heard of Bayugan. Yeah, Bayugan City. I've heard of that. I think that's what that says. Yeah. Okay. Any chance I find this road? Probably 0.2% in 15 seconds. Find it. No, it's not. It's double lane. Let's see. Going the wrong direction. It doesn't matter if you're bad. I mean, you're only bad because you probably don't practice. Like, if you practice, you might get better. What is this? Is this the Qatar car? I don't know what that is. It's the only thing I can think of, but is this Qatar? Okay, I'm going to take a chance this is Qatar, but I don't know if it is. It could be something I'm not familiar with. Okay, it is Qatar. And how you doing, Emma? Welcome. All right. Okay, looks like he's driving on the right. I thought this was Indonesia, but maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm very confident that's Indonesia. Okay, no, he's driving on the left, 100% on the left. But I am right that this is Indonesia. I just don't know which part. Yeah, I am not good at Indonesia without information. Yeah, I at least had the right island. Am I right? How are you? I'm okay. Yeah. Earlier I was talking about the changes they made to GeoGuessr in the competitive scene. Not good changes for me, but the general consensus likes it. So, you know, oh, big mountains to the south, to the south, to the south. Okay. How big are the mountains down here? Kind of big. How big are the mountains over here? Oops. Also could be big. I'm gonna hedge the middle just because I'm afraid. Should have went over that way, eh? Okay. What do we got here? I'm not certain yet. First thought is Spain. Maybe Italy. Maybe Greece. But all those are maybe. Oh my God, no, it's Mexico. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh. That was almost painful. Almost went. Now that's a better score. I can live with that. All right. You want me to set up a party then, Emma? Or do you want to, are you on my friends list? I can't remember. We could play team duels where I play with you against 2 random people. Or I can create a party and we can play 1v1s. Let me know what you want to do. You don't mind? All right, we will play 1v1s for now. If it's getting too like lopsided too fast, I can always change it up. Emma has joined the party. Excellent. All right. We'll do a duel. What map do you want? Do you want a world map or a country map? We'll stay away from things like regions or cities. Country or world? Ah, okay. World. Okay. Just as I finished typing it out. All right. We will. Okay, so the official map is going to be a community world when the new competitive mode is like whatever. So we'll change it to that. Okay. I'm going to allow moving. I'll allow you to move, but I'm going to play no move. Guests are allowed to join. No, they aren't. Yeah, okay. So you can move all you want. I'm not going to move, and I will on top of the 15-second timer that comes on, I'll give you an extra 15 seconds to move around and look around. So in theory, you have about 30 seconds from the start of the round, assuming I click right away at about 15 seconds. But we will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so right away, we have a stop sign here that tells me what continent we're on, and the back of this sign tells me the country. Same with this one. Anytime you see the back of the sign and it's black, if you're in the continent that uses these stop signs, there's only one country that's going to fit it. Also, these poles, these telephone poles are for this country. Double yellow middle line is commonplace there. And yeah, there is a lot of clues for the country. Oh my God, there's a sign over here. I can't even read it. It's just a little too far for me to read. So I am going to not read it and just guess. Okay. I can understand. I can understand Spain as a possibility. There was language there that probably looks Spanish, but it was actually Portuguese, which is what they speak in Brazil. Ooh, this is going to be a tough one. Oh boy. All right, we have mountains that look like they might... No, I might be wrong. I don't. I thought they might be snow-capped, but maybe they're not. Not gonna lie, I am a lot more confused on this one. I have a feeling, but it's a bad feeling. Like, I don't trust my gut on my choice right now. No, I'm feeling a little more positive on my choice. So, because the mountains are not snow-capped, or don't seem to be snow-capped, I think I have a country choice. I could be off, I could be off by a country or two, but I think I have a loose idea of the general region that I think might be what I'm guessing, but we'll see. But there's nothing here that I would say is a definitive factor for me on where it is. My first thought was Italy when I zoomed in, but then I noticed the sun is in the north, so it had to be, oh, you didn't even guess. Uh-oh. Lucky for you, there's still another round because I didn't have a great guess. I'm just going to type in chat and ask if you're still here. Okay. All right. I know the country already. Well, that's kind of a lie. I'm 98% sure I know the country, but where in the country? Completely different question. This is a hard one because there's probably no information in either direction, so this is just going to be a vibe guess on your behalf. Like I said, I either know the country or I am going to be very close to the country it will be. There's only two countries that have a black back of the car in the part of the world we're in. Actually, that's a lie. There's a third one, but it would never look like this. So, I'll be guessing now. Okay. USA. Okay. All right. So that's the end of the game. So what I'm going to do, if you want me to, only if you want me to, I'll show you what I noticed in the rounds. If you want me to show you. If you don't, that's fine. We can play another game. But if you want, I can go into the game summary and show you the things I saw that maybe can help you if you ever play again somewhere down the road. Yeah, you want to do that? All right, we can do that. All right, we'll start with round one. This is the Brazil round. All right, so a couple of the main things about Brazil. Right here, you had a stop sign that said pare. You will never see a stop sign that says pare outside of South America. Maybe Puerto Rico or Curacao or something like that might use it too, but you'll never see it outside of South America or the Caribbean. In Central America, like Mexico and Guatemala, it would say alto, and in Europe, it'll say stop. Oh, I don't know why, but everything there that uses English. So if you ever see a stop sign and it doesn't say stop, you're probably, if it says pare, you're in South America. The second thing is the back of the sign is just jet black. Like there's no color to it. Brazil, makes most of their official signs black on the back. I don't think there's another country in South America that does that. If there is, they don't do it commonplace. The third thing is these poles. You see how they have like a ladder formation? There's like 4 divots on them. You can kind of use them to climb up. There's several variations of this type of pole, but this one is obviously Brazilian. The only pole in South America you could confuse it with, if you just don't get a good solid look at it, you could confuse it with a Chilean pole because they have like 1 divot in the middle, and maybe certain Ecuador poles which will have like dozens of divots down it, but they look kind of weird. But yeah, these divots down the pole, that'll be a Brazilian thing. Brazil also yellow lines down the middle of the road. There's some countries in South America that have them, but not all of them. Argentina has yellow and white lines, so that's always complicated. Chile is mostly white, but some yellow, etc., etc. So yeah, those are the things I noticed in this round. Also, we had this sign down here, which I didn't notice until super late. I mean, if I was just facing that way without even seeing the black back of that sign, I kind of would think this is a Brazilian sign. I don't know how to describe it, except it's just got a Brazilian sign feel. I think there's other countries in South America whose sign design would be similar, so I can't really say like it's a definitive Brazilian thing, but it just feels Brazilian to me. All right, so let's look at round 2. This is the one you missed somehow, you didn't guess. Okay. So when I spawned in on this round, I thought this was Italy at first. Like, you know, kind of dry, kind of bushy, and we have big mountains. Look, big mountains all over the place here. And I thought they were snow-capped. I thought this was snow at first, and then I realized they're just clouds. And then I thought about it. The more I thought about it, I'm like, oh, if they're not snow-capped, I don't think this is going to be Italy. Like, Italy has snow-capped mountains, like, year-round. And then I finally noticed the shadows. We're facing, you can see the compass down here. So the north is this end and the south is this end. We're clearly in the southern hemisphere because the shadows are facing south. The compass is not something you should rely on like as a go-to tool, but it is helpful in some instances. The reason I say that is the closer you get to the equator, the less reliable the compass gets. But sometimes you can just look at something and you're like, that shadow is really south. So it's probably in the southern hemisphere. And then I thought about it and like, big mountains, kind of dry. I'm thinking it could be Indonesia. So I went Indonesia and it turned out to be Indonesia, just a different part of Indonesia. So all of this is all Indonesia. So. And then the final round, you went the U.S. on this one. I kind of get it looking at the landscape, but USA would have yellow middle lines. So U.S. and Canada and Mexico would have yellow middle lines. In South America, there's a few countries that would have white lines. Like I said, Argentina has white lines and sometimes black lines. So when you just see this landscape, you went like the Midwest and U.S. That's a good call if all you can see is the landscape. Like if we were looking this way, I'd be like, where you guessed actually made a lot of sense. But the one thing that got me was the back of the car here. You get this black back of a car, like this. See how it's all black? The white, yellow, and blue thing is also part of the car, but the back of it is completely black. Argentina, Uruguay, and sometimes Peru will have a black car like that in South America, which is why when I said where I'm guessing, I'm either going to have the country right or I'm going to be really close to the other country. I was guessing in Argentina, and I knew if it wasn't Argentina, it was going to be Uruguay. And I was going to be close to it one way or the other. Yeah. So those are the things I saw each round. There's a large part of Argentina that just has this, you know, Midwestern feel. If you were in part of Argentina, where there was a middle line that was yellow, it could be very confusing that you could still go US on it because you would have that middle yellow line making you think you could be. I have personally gone USA and Canada many times on an Argentina round and felt stupid. So yeah, those are just the things I saw in that game. You want to play another one? Let me know if you want to play again. Hello, anyone else that's in the chat? Yeah, you want to play again? All right, we'll play. We'll just play the regular world map. It's a little easier. Hey, Cal, how you doing? Welcome. It's a little easier for first timers or early players. It's usually more centric towards main cities, so you probably won't get as many rural rounds. So we'll try that one. All right, let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. All right. Okay, what do I see? All right, white road lines, no outside lines to be curious about. So I think I have the country already, but I'm not confident. There's a chance I could be wrong with the country. I don't think I am, though. And Cal, if you want to play, let me know. In next game, I can set it up for more people. All right, I'm mostly 80% sure I have the country, but I could be wrong. Just the atmosphere along with the road lines makes me think it's there, but these road lines could be in lots of countries. All right. Okay, I will. I'll let you know what I saw that you didn't pick up after the game. Okay. Sone. I think I know the country, but I'm not sure. I am less sure. Okay, now I'm not sure. I actually am not sure. I don't remember if this is for a specific country or if there's multiple countries that have that. You clicked randomly? Oopsie. Oh. Is Sone a one country thing or is it multiple? That is the question. Oh, what do we... Is that... Okay. Now I want to look and see if there's any road markings out here. Does that look like a dotted line? Yeah, I'm about to make a very, very dumb guess, but it either is going to be dumb or genius. It's either here, here, or here, I think. Oh my god. Okay, I'll show you again after the game what I... Oh, that's already game. All right, I'll show you what I saw again. We'll go over the game summary. All right, so round 1, you said you just randomly clicked. Fair enough. So my feeling for why it was Finland. No street image view here. Ha, okay, cool. So the first thing I noticed was the white center line and the solid center lines on the outside. And the solid center lines is what made me think it's Finland. The reason is, so you have Finland, Sweden, and Norway are all close together, kind of look a little similar, even though Norway is, you know, more rocky, mountainous. But the thing is, in Sweden, this type of road, there would be marks on the outside of the road that are dashed lines, kind of like the dashed line in the middle, except they'd be on the side of the road instead of a solid line. And Finland is the only one of the three that has a solid outer line. Then you add on to that the fact this just has such a Scandinavia feel, like big trees, red houses. Like, I don't know how else to describe it except a lot of stuff just look like Finland. Yeah. On the second round, okay, you were getting closer. This round, what I saw here that made me go Norway. So off the bat, I saw this sign. I, for a moment, thought it was Swedish. But I had enough time to think about it longer and eventually came to the right conclusion. Now, the reason I came to the right conclusion was there's a flag there. I don't know how well it shows up. Actually, you can't even barely see it the closer you get to it. It's there somewhere. There it is. So I saw that flag all the way from back there, and I could see that it was red. I couldn't be sure what the middle colors were, but I was mostly confident it was probably blue. So that was the reason I all of a sudden thought it was Norway, but I wasn't sure because I couldn't be sure that that was blue in the middle. It could have been red and white for all I know. So the next thing I looked at was for this road line out here, and you see the dashes on the road line. So when I was telling you there's dashes, oh, it's gone on this version. Rude. So see how there's dashes on the road line? The center line is yellow. The center line is yellow, and then there's dashes on the outside. So that was why I picked up Norway on that one. But yeah. Cal, if you want to play, let me know. If not, I will set up another game. I'm not hearing from Cal. Going once, Cal. Going twice, Cal. Going. Going. Gone. All right. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that we're starting, but we are starting, Emma, if you didn't notice. Okay. All right. So, what do I know? I have a feeling on a country just based off of a weird little meta that only players that play might pick up. But I'm not convinced. If I could move, I could see that sign. Okay, I'm actually convinced it's not where I thought it was to start. I actually think it's the other place that crossed my mind. I am wishing I could move. There's information in both directions and I can't get to it. Okay, I think that says Coper. If that says Coper, here's Coper. Okay. So we're in here. To the south. These are all to the south. Okay. 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 I feel I'm at least regionally close-ish. I might be off like by 200 kilometers, but I'm not that far off. Uh-oh. All right. Well, I will show you what I saw when the game's over. Okay. I would be surprised if you get very close on this one. I know where I'm going, but I think for a newcomer this would be very hard. I'm going to give you a little extra time on the single off chance you somehow do actually find information, but I don't think you're going to find information here. I just got a text that I didn't see, so I might disconnect from the thing, but I'll be right back if I do. Just give me a second. You know, whatever. It's not worth my time reading. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I have given you a few extra seconds. I already know where I'm going as far as country. I could be in the wrong country. There are two other possibilities, but I don't think this is either one of them, but I could be wrong. But I'm probably not. Oh, I was. All right. So we'll go over what you're missing. I don't know what this middle of the Atlantic guess was, but interesting. Excuse me. So round one, you went Russia. I'm a little confused why, and I'll explain why I'm confused. So on this round, in both directions, that direction, and especially that direction, we'll go to that sign in a minute, but this direction, there was information up here that was in Latin script. Russia would have their signs in Cyrillic, and Cyrillic is kind of, sort of, half Latin script, but half not. Then there was this sign here that has like just more words on it. I understand not everyone knows languages, but you're kind like, I'll show you what Cyrillic looks like in a minute, but it is a different language than that, even though it's kind of got some similarities. Then down here, this is the big one. If you'd gone this way, you would have seen this sign that had all of these directions. Now, I'm going to let you know a little secret. It's not a secret to, like, you know, experienced players, but it's a secret to, like, newer players. If you ever come to a sign in Europe, you know, that's got a whole bunch of directions to different things, then you see a circle around a letter like this one, take note of the letter. In this case, it's an I. What they're saying is this location will be in Italy. The other locations around it are not in Italy. They're in the country that you're currently in. So if there's a circle with a letter in the middle of it, it's telling you that you're going to another country if you go that way. So I could tell from the distance that I thought this said Koper. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, I think this says Ljubljana. And the other one obviously had to be an I for Italy. So that is why I guessed where I did on the second one, because I'm like, this is Slovenia, but where in Slovenia I couldn't really be sure. But I knew based off of these two and the one pointing to Italy that I was somewhere there. And there was second round. So this, like I said right in the stream, I thought you'd have trouble with this one. And there's a reason. Like, if you have never looked at anything in Africa, this isn't going to make any sense to you. So the first thing I noticed is the millisecond I came in, got a white car. We got outside yellow lines. The outside lines are yellow. There's very few countries, not none, but you can probably count them on your two hands, that use outside yellow lines. Center line is white. Now, the entire like South Africa core of countries that are in the game, which is Botswana, South Africa, Eswatini, and Lesotho, all have these yellow outside lines with white inside line. And then kind of just look around, and this kind of like, if you've ever seen, I don't know, The Lion King, like anything that's kind of based in an African area. I mean, this looks the most African scene you can see. But yeah, the white car, the yellow outside lines. The yellow outside lines are the most important to notice. Even if you don't get Botswana, which I didn't get because I went South Africa, you'll at least be kind of close by if you remember these. There's a couple other countries that have yellow outside lines with a white center. That being like Israel and Jordan, or yeah, I think Jordan. Like, there's a couple of others that have it, but you can't really confuse them too much with this either. So yeah, that's my reasons for those ones. But good game. All right, where is Cal? Cal Roswell. All right. Let's open this up to a team duel. Cal, we're going to move you to the other team so that it is a 2v1. Where's Gary? I don't know. Probably having fun, or maybe he's in school. I don't know. I mean, school might be open where he is. I actually don't know what Gary does day to day. All right, you're both in the lobby. Excellent. We will start in 5 seconds, and I will give you, this time I will move, but I will give you guys a 10-second head start to look around. Because it's 2v1, so I feel I should at least be allowed to move. So we'll start in 5 seconds, and then I'll give you guys 10 seconds to get started. I almost shuffled the teams. That would have been chaotic. Oh my goodness, what is this? I don't even know which direction I want to go when I finally move. Okay, I'm going to go this way. I have about a 5-country area that I'm thinking. I have 3 countries that are more prominent in my mind. I have like a 5-country general area. Oh, this clearing is making me think differently now. No, maybe not. Maybe I was panicking for no reason. There's nothing around here to narrow it down. All right, if I don't get anything from this intersection, I'm just going to plonk. Wait a minute. The hell is this? Okay, I don't think I'm right. I think it's a good thing I got to this corner because I don't think I was going to be right. I'm going to go like down there just in case. Okay. Good start. All right. What way do I want to go here? Hello, sir. Can you tell me where you are? No? Okay. I believe I'm going to go this way then. There's several countries in my mind still. I have like 4 that are more prominent, but I have several. Oh. Okay. Ah. Okay. I know the country. Assuming that's not lying to me. Cars can travel. It's a little known fact. Okay. Any chance? Okay, what do you guys guessed? Guess I'm gonna have to. Not finding the city. Sad face. Uh-oh. Hmm. All right. I am obviously aware of which direction I think I'm going in, but we'll find out if that was a good decision or not. Woodbine. Okay. I think I was right from the beginning. I have no idea where it is, though. I have no idea how far out it goes. I also don't know which part of the city it actually goes through. God damn it. Too many things I don't know. I'm just going to plonk there and move on with my day. That'd be funny if it's a different Woodbine. No, it was not. Good job. Okay, what do we got here? All right, well, I already know the country without even moving. All right, 10 seconds is up, I think. Damn, I was hoping there was going to be different numbers on that than those numbers. Sad face. All right, well, I'm never going to find those towns, so we'll just do that. What the? What? Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Oh my god. Thank goodness that was in an exhibition game. I already know the country. Curious to see if that sign can give me any information to narrow down where. All right, let's go find out. No. Sad face. I was really hoping you were going to narrow down where in the country. We have water to the north. That's promising to know. That's all I get out of this, though, eh? All right. And just go up there. You are correct, John Doe. You are correct. Okay. First one in a few rounds where I'm not confident I know what I'm doing yet. If it was just faced this way, I would have a feeling, but that feeling screwed me over earlier today in a competitive game, so I'm not so confident to do that again. Okay, I am 50-50 on which country it is. Don't like, but they're not. Hello, horses. Which one do I go with? No, I want to go up that street. No, don't make me. No. All right. Going with this one, but it could be this one. Ah, yes. Nice guess, Emma. Oh, well played. All right, let's go over that game summary. You remembered what I said about the black car? It said pare. Ah, nice. You're picking things up. You're picking things up. I never saw a stop sign, so good one for you. All right. Obviously, I don't have to teach much on this one, but you know, I did tell you earlier about the black car. So yeah, you got one of the right countries. This round, so hit the button by accident. Oh, okay. I don't know which round you're talking about, or if you mean right now. So on this round, these bollards, they're not. So in the game of GeoGuessr, the community has called them bollards. In reality, they're called delineators. Bollards is actually a term for a heavy, rigid item that shouldn't move. These obviously are flexible. But these bollards, the yellow ones with a little bit of white on the top, these are Iceland. That's the only reason I knew it was Iceland right away. I mean, it looks like Iceland, but it also looks like it'd be like 6 other countries. And then we had water north, so I knew it was going to be facing the water in the north. Those are the only 2 things I knew for sure. This round got me. So when we spawn in, This bollard with the 2 red stripes or orange, whatever color you feel they are at the time. Czechia and Slovakia. Only 2 countries with them. No one else has these type of bollards. Czechia and Slovakia have them because they used to be one country at one time, so they kind of just still share the same stuff, I guess. And then this sign, see on the back, it's got the arrows there. When you go around the front, it's got the white arrow thing on the corner. If you see a sign and it's just completely rectangular, just a rectangle, it doesn't have any arrow on the outside, the rectangle would be on the inside part of the arrow, it's going to be Slovakia. If the rectangle is on the outside of the sign, so here, or they'll put it up on this part of the sign or out on this part of the sign, you're in Czechia. And I screwed that up. I saw it and screwed it up. I went Slovakia and it was Czechia. This round, I mean, this isn't, there's not much I can teach on this round. As soon as I spawned in, I'm like, probably Canada, but there's a chance it's the US. I need to narrow it down. So I instantly went up to this corner. And when I got there, I was greeted with the signs of Vivian and Woodbine. Now, if you live in Canada, you've probably heard of Woodbine Racetrack. Woodbine Racetrack is like the biggest racetrack in Canada for horse racing. Not everyone would know, but there's a good portion of Canadians that would probably know that. So I immediately knew this had to be that. And you can see they got this little sign here on the corner. You see these all over Ontario. These, I don't know what shape this is. These not quite triangle shapes. These are road numbers that you can find if you just see on the map here, it says 74 there. That would have been the 74 there. But they overlap. Like you could find another 74 somewhere else in Ontario. So like you can't always just like scroll in, see a 74 and be like, that's the right one. Then I also saw the phone code over here. 416 is one of several phone codes for Ontario. So I knew this was near Toronto, but I couldn't narrow down exactly where. And I scrolled for a minute trying to find Woodbine and kept failing. And eventually just clicked. So that was that one. Round 2. All right. This one, I had to move a little to find the information. Which way did I go? Down the hill, right? I think I went down the hill. Yes, I did. And then I think I went this way. I still didn't know where I was as of like this point. But when I got to the water, I'm like, my first thought was probably Croatia. And then I saw this sign and just the language looks Croatian, like the check mark thing over the C, the divot over this C, another one over that C. And then right here, this confirmed what I knew. The HR. So see on the card, it's got HR. That is Croatia's like what they use for URLs. Like, you know, in the US it's .com. In the UK it's .uk. In Canada it's .ca. In Croatia it's HR. And you're like, what the hell? That they don't have a H in Croatia. It's the Croatian version of their name. I can't remember how it's pronounced, but it's like Harav something. But that's why the HR. Same with Switzerland. If you see a car and it's got a CH on the back, Switzerland. And you're like, CH isn't in Switzerland, but yeah, CH is the thing for Switzerland. So in Europe, you'll see a lot of cars. They will have circles with the letters of their country in them. I don't know exactly the reason. Someone explained it to me sometime. It was something about cars that are driving over international borders or something like that. But you'll see them all the time. And then up here somewhere, maybe it was right here. No, it wasn't there. Somewhere along, oh, there it was. Here, there was a sign, literally told me the name of the city and showed me a map of it, but I couldn't find it in time. And first round was Czechia, Slovakia. This was a hard one. This was a hard one. At spawn, I am never, ever going Czechia or Slovakia here. Never, ever. I had to move a lot to figure out where I was going here. I don't even know where I went. But eventually I got to an opening, like a big opening where there's no trees around me. And I noticed it's a lot hillier than I thought. And there was something else I noticed. I can't remember. Oh, there was a bicycle path thing. So on the side of the road, there was a little bike path thing. And I looked at that and I'm like, well, that's definitely not because where I thought we were going to be, I thought at spawn, we were going to be either in Finland, Sweden, Estonia, Latvia, or Lithuania. One of these 5. I gave an outside possibility of Poland, but Czechia and Slovakia didn't cross my mind until I got to that opening, saw the bike path sign, and saw how hilly it was. And I'm like, okay, well, you're not going to see hills in Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia. They don't have them. The hilliest place in Lithuania is like 10 feet. It's probably not, but you get my point. Finland is not very hilly either. I mean, there's hills in Finland, but they're not mountainous hills. Sweden has some, but they're more northern, and I didn't think that could be the case here. So I changed my mind to Czechia, Slovakia, especially because of the bike path sign. So that's why I got that one. And that's it for that game. All right, you guys ready for another one? Now that Cal's here beating me. All right. Are we ready? Emma is. Are you ready, Cal? Let's do this. Alrighty, here we go. Game 2. All right. How can I join? Give me a second. I will repost the link. You can't join this game. You're going to have to wait for the next one, but I can get you in on the next one. Replace pinned message. All right. Link should be pinned in the chat, John, for the next game. But you'll have to wait for this one to end. Sorry, I should have asked you when I was doing all that stuff. Okay. I mean, I know the country, but any chance I can narrow it down? Is it just that one place? It is. Okay. Yeah, it's not right in the city. Thanks. I'll join next game. No problem. Good to hear. Good to hear. Ooh, wow. Germany. Both of you are in Germany. Okay. Interesting. Don't immediately know what I'm looking at yet. Ooh, I was afraid that was going to happen. Let's try that again. Don't want to fall off the road. Okay. Wait a minute. Black car? What? Huh? But we're driving left, right? I'm not hallucinating that? Okay. I need language now. Fuck. I thought I had this figured out. And I still think I do. I just... Okay. So I wasn't wrong. Not what I expected to see here, though. Pound back. Okay. Jambi. Simbala Benusayan. Simbala Bensu. Ben. Fucking, I can't remember it. Whatever. Mmm. Cambodia. Okay. All right, this is an easy one. I mean, when I say it's an easy one for me. I mean, you guys, I do not know how you'll fare with it. I'm not even going to look for this because this country is not big enough to worry about. I'm just going to plonk and move on with my day. Okay, you're close. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. All right, well, I know the country. Where in the country? Huge question mark. Oh, I mean, this script, so I mean, I can narrow it down to 2/3 of the country, maybe even half. And we're playing the world map, so it's just going to be that one place. One problem with the world map is it's very predictable in the places they pick, so there's a chance I'm wrong. There's always a chance I'm wrong, but it's just gonna be probably. All right. GG's. Let's go over what you guys might have missed there, and then we can start a game, and we will have John Doe join your team. All right. Round one. Why did I know Paris? All right. Let's start off with the very obvious fact. Very French. Chrétiel, Centre with a R-E at the end. Very French sounding. These are also France signs. Like if you see these green signs like this or these white ones like this, they're French. And then I went looking, just trying to figure out where in France it could be because I wasn't sure yet. I felt vibe-wise, just looking at this, I thought it might be Paris, but I wasn't sure yet. And then where did I move to? I know I saw it on a truck. Somewhere, or no, it was this business. So on this business, there's a phone code here. Now in France, I'll pull up the map of France because we don't need to know any more about Paris now. Hello, map. Hi. Hello. Okay, so in Paris, there's 5 phone codes. I mean, there's more, but the rest are cellular numbers. 01 is Paris and only Paris, like this whole like Paris area. 02 is I don't know where the exact line is, but like imagine cutting France up into 4 sections. So 02 would be like this, 03 would be over here, 04 would be here, and then 05 is over here. So France kind of is just like a pie chart. You have some experience, but don't play much. I am from the Netherlands. Maybe I should join the others. You are good. Yeah. I was going to put you on their team anyways. Don't worry. So this one, was this round 2? Wow. For some reason, I thought this was like round 4. This one was when I was on the bridge. I wanted to go get off the bridge. I fell off the bridge the first time, but then I managed to stay on the bridge long enough to get over the road that was underneath us and get onto the ground. Once I was on the ground, I immediately went looking for signs. I can't remember where I saw it. Sign here somewhere. Where did I see it? Is it this sign? No. I don't remember where it was, but there's a sign somewhere along here that said Palembang on it. And as you can see by the size of it, it's a pretty good sized city. Like it's not a nothing city. But somewhere along here, I found the sign that said that. And that was what got me the city. Next round was, the Singapore round. Okay. This is an easy one. Anyone can learn this with minimal time looking. These city signs are only Singapore. And you see like the font on them too. Also like only Singapore. Like Singapore is the only country in the world that uses this, like whatever this font is. Green signs with this white font, Singapore. You'll also see a lot of English in Singapore. Like those signs weren't so much English, but if I drive around, like if I ever got out of this neighborhood, I bet you I'd find things that are in English because they have a lot of English in Singapore. See, on the road it says ahead. It's in English. The sign is in English, exceeding 2,500 kilograms, blah, blah, blah. It's all in English. So if you're ever looking at someone, you're like, this is very Asian feeling, and you see a lot of English, probably Singapore. I mean, 92% probably Singapore. And then this final round, this one was just, yeah. So this weird car, you'll see all sorts of weird cars in India. They have just an array of weird cars. But then you also have this script here. Now you could see the script in Bangladesh as well, but it's in India and the car is Indian. So that was why I knew it was India. Where in India? I didn't know right away. Then I remembered we're playing the world map. So I just plunked in New Delhi, assuming that would be where it is, because the world map isn't big on clever locations. And sure enough, it was like right in New Delhi. So yeah, that was a game. All right, we will get you moved to the other team. Yep. All right, if everybody is ready, say yes, either in the game or in the chat, one or the other. We got a yes from Emma. And the rest, okay, all 3 of you are ready. Apologies for blowing my nose there. All right, here we go. Okay. I have a 50-50 country guess here. I just don't know which one I'm going with yet. Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, that made it too easy. All right. And I didn't even have to move for this one. Now, do I know really? Okay. South of me, right? Okay. That's not it. This it? Yeah, this is gotta be it. What do I have across the street from me? Ah, I didn't get there in time. But close enough, right? Good job, guys. Oh no, I've had this location 3 times lately. I know exactly where this is. I don't even have to look. I lost a duel to this location and then had it literally 11 rounds later, uh, and remembered where it was and still wasn't as close as my opponent on it. Apparently everyone's had this recently. This is my third time now in like 3 days having this location, so better get it right. And I'm not going to because I've already forgot which part. Is it this? Here's somewhere. Here. Yarg. Okay. So yeah, I should have the 5K on this one, only because I've had it twice this week. Yeah, 1 meter. Yeah. Kind of a little unfair because I've already seen that location twice this week, but you know, sometimes that happens. Now, what is this? Now, this is a round I could be confused on. Huh. All right, I'm going to start moving now. Bush, okay. Wasn't what I expected. Very much not what I expected. I have no idea now. Okay. I want to go down the hill. But I want to go down the hill. I'm so confused. I am so confused. I have a theory that it is somewhere in South Africa. No, it's Portugal. I saw a guy walking around and he had a shirt on and on the back had a big map of Africa, so I thought it might be somewhere in Africa. Oh well. All right. Mhm. Yeah. All right. Is that a findable thing? I don't even know if it means anything. I could be like just jabbering out my ass there, but let's see. Is there like any numbers that fit that? I don't think so. I think the highest numbers they have are all singular digits or double digits. Ooh, it wasn't as south as I thought. Very sad face. Hmm. Hmm. I have two thoughts in my mind. None of them are solid thoughts. Like they could be overwritten by something that pops up. Oh. Oh. Okay. I don't know where, but we'll go there. All right. Ooh, and that's game. All right, GG's, guys. I will show you what I saw, especially on the last round. We'll start with the last round. So, when I looked at this at first, my first thought was Greece or Turkey. That was my first two thoughts. But as I even said, I don't know if you're listening to this stream, I'm like, I can be convinced out of it. Like if I see something that tells me, you know, a piece of information I don't have yet, I can be talked out of those two places. But without information, I would have went Greece or Turkey. But I found information right here, this sign. So, important thing when you're playing, if you ever see a sign, a street sign, and it starts with trick, T-R-I-Q, Malta. Only country that uses that for a street sign. TRIQ is like their version of street or road or something. And yeah, the other signs for Malta, if I could ever find one here, but I don't see any cars. Malta drives on the left, just like the UK and Ireland does. It's the only other country in Europe that does it. So if you ever are like looking at something, you're like, oh, it looks like Spain or Italy or Croatia or something like that, and then you see a steering wheel on the wrong side of the car, Malta. Really thought that last one was in Israel. Israel's a good call too. Yeah, I could have seen. Yeah, I could have seen Israel from the start there. Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, Greece and Turkey, and Israel's kind of in between them a little bit. So, yeah, fair enough. This round, we went over this a little while ago. We had, hey, they get updated coverage. I want the old coverage, please. Thank you. So we had this sign, obviously has Spanish on it, so we know it's a Spanish-speaking country, not a Portuguese-speaking country. We had the yellow middle line, but we also had the car. Now, in this light, you can't really be sure that that's a black car, but once you move a little bit, one of these frames, I can't remember which frame it was, I mean, you still can't because the light on the car kind of is messing with it, but you can kind of tell it's black. But yeah, there was just some Argentina signs there. I thought at most it was going to be like this high. I didn't think it was going to be way up here. That one got me a little. This one was just a skill issue, just plain up. I had no idea. So I moved around, obviously, like we all did. And I can't remember which way I went. I went out this gate. When I got out this gate, and we got the lady on the horse there, and I tried getting away out of the park because I wanted to go somewhere that wasn't here. Went down this hill and got forced back up the hill. But somewhere I ran into a guy along this road who was wearing a shirt, and on the back of his shirt was a map of Africa. And I'm like, oh, that must mean something. Like, why the hell is this guy wearing a shirt with a map of Africa? Oh, I can't find him now. But that was why I ended up going there. The one in the wood park is Street Cables was very German. The one in the wood park. Oh, are you talking about the one I just looked at? This one, the Portugal one? Okay. Okay. And this one, just like I said, this is the third time this week I've had that location. And the first time, I obviously didn't know where it was. The second time I remembered. And the second time, I plunked like on the bridge, thinking, oh, I've got this wrapped up. There's no way my opponent's going to know this. My opponent got fucking closer. He was right there or something. So I panicked. I couldn't remember where the roundabout was. I was looking for it up here. I plunked here. I wasn't close enough. And then I finally got down there on time, but then he still was closer than me. But this time I remembered. The roadstones they use to pave the road with the little bricks. Okay. All right. Do we want to switch up the map? Do you want something a little more challenging, guys? Or do you want to keep with this one? All right, if I don't, this one, you want to stay with this one, Cal? Okay. We will stick with this one. One more of this one. Okay. The one thing I am going to do, I am going to take off the multipliers. That way the game might last a little longer. All right. Oh, let's go. Gotta blow my nose again. Apologies if you heard that. Country is pretty easy on this one. So many signs to tell you the country on this one. I mean, not saying that you know them all, but there's a lot. I thought that might be a road there, but it's unfortunately trains. Choo-choo trains. All right, I've probably given you guys enough time to browse the cities. Yeah, so 40s, probably 50s. Shizuoka, okay. What do we got here? Okay. I am slightly confused. Really? Okay. Less confused after that. Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to start moving till 10 seconds. Okay, I'll just sit here for another 5. I already know the country. You always mix up Taiwan and Japan. Okay, well after the game I'll show you some things to remember for Japan. All right, someone has guessed, so I feel confident I can guess. Oof. All right. Okay. I don't immediately know, but I have a feeling. I have simply put a feeling. 10 seconds yet? I'll give it a couple more just in case I wasn't really counting. All right. Let me just confirm some things. Okay, that didn't answer my question. Shit. Okay, that actually looks more Chilean than I thought it was going to be like Sao Paulo, but it was Santiago. I couldn't get there in time. Shit. Once I saw the poll, I'm like, I think that's a Chilean poll. I actually thought it was like Sao Paulo in Brazil, but it was not once I saw the poll. I can't make out anything on that. Okay, nothing there of super value. Can I read anything on this side of the sign? No. All right, well, gonna have to do some investigating. You are stopping me from investigating. All right. Shit. I could be wrong. Tunis. I didn't see the follow vehicle. So that in Tunisia, there's a follow vehicle behind the car the whole time. But there are places where it's just out of sight, like, you know, when the car drives around the corner and it's not immediately behind it. And I actually thought, I'm like, this looks like Tunisia, but I didn't see the follow vehicle, so I discarded it. I forgot I'm not supposed to be moving for 10 seconds. Ah, shit. This one is a slam dunk for the country. Give you guys a few seconds to figure out where. I already know where I'm going to guess. Okay. Didn't even plunk near water at all. A terrible guess. It was south? No way. No way. Oh, I would have lost so bad on that one. All right, 10 seconds. Got to remember 10 seconds. All right. Several ideas. None of them are solid, though. Well, that answers that. I thought that might be a city name. Sad face. Come on, man. Somebody had the city name or at least a... Ah, there we go. All right, that is... Yeah. Oh, boy. These are some colorful polls. Okay. I have an idea, but I could be wrong. I'll wait to confirm. Yep, okay. I know the country. Ooh, if I can get down to him. Dude, he vanished on me. Oh, that's criminal. Oh, that's devastating. And that is the game, guys. All right, let's go over the rounds, and I'll show you what I've been noticing. All right, how did we do? 7 rounds that time, guys. You kept me going. All right, so we'll start with round 1. This was an easy one. John said he always mixes this in Taiwan up, so I'll show you some things to remember for Japan. First of all, these boxy looking trucks, you see there's like all of them, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Japan. Just if you see more than one of those type of vehicles, you're in Japan. Yeah, you might see one in another country, but when you see more than one, you're just in Japan. Give me a second. My neighbor sometimes smokes with his door open, and sometimes it comes in my room, and it's irritating. Okay, so some other things to show you Japan. I can't remember if this is the way I went or not, but I'll show you what things I noticed. So this is the big one I was going to try and show you. So see this mirror, the mirror on a stick here? You'll see those in a few countries, including Taiwan. You will see them in Taiwan, but Japan's are always orange. Like from bottom to top, including the frame, is always orange. I can't remember what the colors are in the other countries. I think either Japan or either South Korea or Taiwan even has like a partially orange one, but it's not all orange. If it's all orange, it's Japan. Another Japanese thing is see how low down the car looks, the camera on the car is compared to other countries we've been in. There's 2 countries, Japan and Switzerland, where the car will feel like it's lower to the ground than other countries, and you'll get like, you can't really see it here, but sometimes you'll notice an extra wide blur on the car. You see it more when you're like on a hill because the car kind of shows up. But in Japan, you notice like it's lower to the ground. Your camera angle is lower to the ground. It's because Switzerland and Japan wouldn't let the Google car drive with its normal setup because of privacy issues. They were concerned about the camera looking like over people's fences or into their windows and stuff like that. So they made them lower the camera for driving there. So yeah. Now, another thing, you notice yellow plate here? Not all vehicles, but you notice there's a yellow plate here, yellow plate there, but those ones are white. Like you'll see a bunch of yellow plates in Japan, but not all of them. But you'll see some. Taiwan doesn't have yellow plates. I can't remember what color Taiwan's plates are, but they're not yellow. Anything else I can point out? There's one big one I want to point out, but I don't see any examples of it here. Oh, here we go. No, that's actually a bad example. So this is very misleading. Bad example, but I'll also explain the difference. So if you saw this pole, striped yellow and black pole, your first instinct, if you know your metas, would be Taiwan or South Korea, because they have striped black and yellow poles. This is not a traditional Japanese thing, but they do have versions like this because these stripes are thinner than the Taiwan and Japan or Taiwan and South Korea ones. This is not traditionally what a Japanese pole would look like. Man, you know what? I'm going to skip out of Shizuoka and find like a spot where I can show you an example of what I am talking about for a regular Japanese pole. Let's just pick a random road out here. This is a nice town. We'll go to your town. Find a road. There. So, I'm looking for a pole to specifically show something, and I'm not finding them. What are the odds on that? There we go. Okay. This. So this straight up and down, black and yellow coloring. See how it's straight up and down on all sides? That's a Japan pole marker. You won't see that in Taiwan. You won't see that in South Korea. Theirs will always be slanted. So there you go. And notice again, orange pole thingy. So there you go. There's some Japan tips. I spent a lot of time on that one. All right, Denmark. This is there's a couple of things here giving away Denmark. All right, so what was the first thing I saw? There's something here. I think it was a plate, or was it there's a sticker on a plate. Yeah, there it is. So I moved this way, and there you see the DK on the car. But I think there was also one of the white ones, like I was showing you guys earlier. The white sticker one. I'm sure I saw one. Because I knew before I even left this area, and it was not that black one. It was not this black one, I don't think. Maybe it was. Maybe it was a black one. I thought there was a white one I saw. Is this even the same coverage? Maybe it's not the same coverage. Yeah, I think this is the coverage I had. Yeah, there it was. So this white circle. Remember earlier I was telling you about the circle with the HR on it? And then I was telling you, like, if you ever see CH. So like I said, every country's got their own code. So DK is Denmark. So right away I was like, this is Denmark. And if I was having any doubts about that, when you get out here on this street, there was another DK right there. So yeah, there was some Denmark signs there. By the way, after this, I think we'll play one more game because my voice is starting to go, and I'll call it a day. So this one had me going for a minute. I thought this was Sao Paulo, 100%. I'm like, Sao Paulo, maybe Rio de Janeiro, but I was convinced it's Sao Paulo. Then I started to move around. I can't remember which way I moved. This way, maybe? Yeah, I moved out this way, and I still wasn't sure. Oh man, I missed the road sign. If I'd seen the road sign there, these are like Colombian, or Chilean road sign. If I'd seen that, I would have been sure right away. But when I got out here, I tried to look at the pole, and the poles were just at an angle, and they had all this stuff in the way, and I couldn't tell if it was Brazilian or Chilean. I was still under the impression at this point that it was Chile. And then I moved out this way. I saw a pole eventually. By this point, one of you guys had guessed, and I was like now in like scramble mode. So this pole I saw. Remember I told you earlier about how the Brazilian one, they've got a bunch of step ladder things that go all the way up, and the Chile one doesn't. So yeah, here's a Chile pole example. This one doesn't even have one, but sometimes they do. But yeah, so that was what got me Chile, and I was scrambling to get down to Santiago on time because I knew this had to be Santiago because of just how big it was, and I didn't get my marker down there quite in time. This one, you guys got me on this one. Good job. So in Tunisia, there should be a follow car that is gray or black, and I don't see it in this frame. There is always a follow car in Tunisia. When I saw this language, I was very confused. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't think Tunisia. I don't know why it didn't cross my mind, because that, like, you'll once in a while see like I don't know what to call that, like English Spanish or French Spanish, but there should usually be a black or silverish black follow car in Tunisia, and I don't see it anywhere in this coverage. This is wild. I would get this wrong 10 out of 10 times because I don't see the car. That's what happens when you play the game too long. You start relying on things that are just always there, and once in a while they're not. But whoever got that, good job. This one was just, yeah, Norway. I was so confident this was north. So the long dashes on the side of the road are Norway. I told you earlier about the Sweden ones with the short dashes. These are more longer. You see, they're not like Sweden's are like half of this size and a little closer together. Norway's are longer. This also looks like Norway, like rocky sides. It's hilly. And I thought we were north with how short the vegetation was. Got that one wrong. Okay, Brazil. Where were you guys? All in Spain? Okay. Brazil. All right. From the way, just looking around here, I was like, I think this is Brazil. Funny enough, I again thought it was Sao Paulo or Rio de Janeiro. So I got moving around. I started going up this street, and I had two thoughts. One, find either the state initials on something or find the phone code. Brazil phone codes are a lifesaver. There's like 70 of them to learn, but if you learn them, lifesaver in Brazil. But they're not on everything. Like, see how this one, so see this number doesn't have a code in front of it, but this one does. That 61 is the phone code for Brasilia, which is the capital city. So as soon as I saw the 61, it took me a second to register it. I'm kind of like, I'm going through the math in my head, like 50s, 60s. The 60s are the West Central section, and I'm just like, Brasilia. So it came to me after a couple of seconds, but yeah, if you take the game with any seriousness, sit down for a day, practice some Brazil phone codes because they are lifesavers in Brazil. But yeah, that was what I saw there. The final round was Colombia, which this was also an easy one for me. These painted poles, like this is a ridiculously painted pole. But like, see these smaller ones with the like different colors on them, yellow, blue, red. You'll see painted poles a few places, but you'll see them a lot in Colombia. And each region kind of has its own color codes. I don't know them all, but I knew it was Colombia. So down the street, I could see a yellow license on that car, which confirmed what I already was suspicious of, that this was Colombia. And on the back of this car, so this antenna, remember this antenna? Sometimes you'll see it and it'll be slightly longer than this. Like that is a very stubby view of it. There you go, slightly longer version. It's kind of just like one coil around. You'll see that in 4 Central American, South American countries: Mexico, Colombia, Ecuador, and Brazil. So if you see a coil like that and you're thinking it might be one of those 4 countries, you might be right. Now, you could be off by a country because Ecuador and Colombia are right beside each other, and Colombia and Brazil are right beside each other and all that, but you might be right. So I went up the street, and up the street here, you see that yellow car there? That's a cab in Brazil, or Colombia. Oh my God, I called it every country but the proper one. So I was trying to get to it, and the reason I was trying to get to it, and is this guy even going to let me go? Like, Am I allowed to move up the street? Come on, man. So on the side, you see this white rectangle on the side of the car that's got some lettering on it. If I could get close enough to see it, which I don't think they're going to let me get there. It's not going to let me go there, is it? Nope. But anyways, if you ever see a cab in Colombia and they're always yellow and they're always got kind of that same shape to them, if you ever see a cab and you can get up beside it, on the cab will have that white square, and on the white square it will say the name of the city that the cab is from. Now you might not be able to read it because it'll be blurred sometimes because Google's street car thingy mistakes it for a real license plate and blurs it often. But the other thing to look for is if you've got a good enough angle, like if you're on a hill driving down the hill and you see it, you will also sometimes see it on the top of the car. Also, business trucks will have it sometimes, like this one does. But you'll see, like, I don't think the business truck does, but cabs will also have it on the roof. So you sometimes can catch that. Now, that said, sometimes there are cities that you've never heard of, like, you know, say you're, say you find it, and it might say on it, what's the name of this town? Sawaka. It might say Sawaka on it. You're like, I have no idea where Sawaka is when you're looking at a map like this, right? No, Sawaka still shows up there. Okay, bad example. Let's say it says on it, Rizalda, whatever the hell that town is. Let's say it says that. You're looking at a map this big, you're not going to see it. Zoom in, still don't see it. Zoom in, still don't see it. So you might see a town name on your cab and it's almost useless to you unless you're willing to spend a minute scanning over every town in Colombia. Just little things like that. I saw French language and first thought was Senegal. Senegal would have been a good guess, or France, African country, but I saw another plate on the wall saying Tunisia. Ah, good eye. All right, we'll play one more game. My voice is really starting to go. Whew. All right. Let me hear a yes or a ready, either in stream or on the game, and we'll get ready. Sure. All right, we got Cal, we got Emma. Just waiting for you, Div. Yeah, last one. Okay, we are ready. Let's go, guys. Ooh. Curious. Okay, it wasn't what I thought it was. Damn, none of that means anything to me. Oh, I need to practice that more. Wait a minute, what the hell? Okay. I'd be scared for a second. I thought I didn't know what I was doing. Oh my god, I didn't. I was in the wrong country. Oh my god. I almost was in the wrong. I was thinking the wrong country. Oh boy. Got bailed out on that one. Ooh. So I actually thought I was in Indonesia. When we started the round, I thought I was in Indonesia, but I found something that showed me it was Malaysia. What do we make of this? This one's an interesting one. I need a little more information. I think I already have the information. Where'd that sign go? Yeah. Yipper. All right. Yeah. Any chance I can 5K this? I don't think so. I'm actually too tired to probably try and 5K it anyway. Let's take the easy points and move on. Down here, maybe? It's a good thing this is the last game because I just started like feeling tired out of the blue. Yeah, Singapore guys. Sorry. All right. So I have a 1 in 2 idea. Which one it is, I don't know. They're not immediately near each other. I mean, they're on the same continent, but if I pick the wrong one, I'm going to be off by like 1,000 miles. This is either one or the other. I don't know which one yet. Municipal what? Okay. All right. Well, I have the city. So, yep. All right. Well, someone was close. Kept your team in it. Good job, Div. Yeah. I'm getting some mixed signals by the vehicles around here. Okay, less mixed signals with that. Belgium? Oh, what? Or was that actually Netherlands? Okay, it was Netherlands. Oh, I thought I was going crazy for a second. By the way, nice guess whoever that was. Didn't see who it was, sorry. Oops, I was supposed to wait. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go. Actually, I don't know yet. Is this the one place, or is this one of the other 2 places? I think it's one of the other 2. Which isn't bad. I mean, for me, I don't know which one though. I know there's something about the signs being parallel to the road, but I can't remember which one it is. So I'll just go in the middle. Okay, I had the right country. GG's, everybody. GG's. All right, one last education lesson here. Yeah, this is 5 rounds. I'm going to go through these fast because I am starting to get tired pretty quick. All right, Malaysia. I thought I was in Indonesia as well as whoever that was that guessed Indonesia. Even reading this, I thought Indonesia. Now, Malaysia and Indonesian language do have some overlapping like similarities. Not necessarily to the T, but like whatever. But what got me, what finally clued me in was I got, where was it? Was it here? Or was it a little further this way? Oh, it was over here. So there's a Malaysian flag here. I didn't see it from this angle. I actually saw it from over here. I saw the flag, and I actually thought it was a USA flag. I'm just like, well, that's weird. Someone's got a USA flag there. But eventually my little hamster wheel brain was like, oh, it's a Malaysia flag. And then immediately right after it, I saw this pole. So I'll show you a closer look at this pole. If you see a pole and it's got a black sticker on it, especially if it's got a black sticker and a red and blue sticker underneath it, that's extra. But these black stickers means you're in Malaysia, and not just Malaysia, you are in the mainland part of Malaysia. So there's mainland Malaysia, and then there's Borneo, Malaysia, right? So this is the mainland. It's physically, connected to the rest of Asia. If you see those black stickers, you're in mainland Malaysia. If you don't see a black sticker and you know you're in Malaysia, you're probably in Borneo, Malaysia. So that was how I got that one. Round 2 was Singapore again. As soon as I looked around, I was confused. After about 5 seconds of being confused, Singapore crossed my mind, but I didn't have any proof yet. And it's nothing I can really show you. It was just vibe from seeing Singapore so many times that I just kind of felt like this is Singapore. So I went looking for that proof. And there was a sign right over here that I wanted to go see, which I can't get. There we go. Got over to the road. So as soon as I saw this sign, I was like, that's a Singapore sign. That is just Singapore, big highway sign. I showed you earlier the like little small street signs. This is how they look like when they're on a big road in Singapore. Yeah. Again, all English sounding words. So if you look at it and you're like, this looks like Asia, but the language is in English, Singapore. Round 3 was, so I knew without a doubt this was either El Alto La Paz or this was going to be Lima. It was one of the two. When I moved around a bit, so I'll tell you why I knew this. Both El Alto and La Paz, which are like neighboring cities in Bolivia, and then Lima, which is in Peru, have these just broken down, just, I don't know how to describe it, but like everything's made out of brick and it always looks like they're about to fall apart. El Alto is worse than Lima. El Alto is worse than La Paz. I should have went just straight in La Paz because El Alto, it looks even more broken down. Like everything here looks a little new compared to El Alto. I'll show you El Alto here. We'll go just across to El Alto here. Find a road in El Alto. Yeah, sure, that one. Like they look kind of the same, but like this actually is a bad example. These roads, these buildings don't look as terrible, but there's some in El Alto that look like they should have been condemned. Man, I picked like the nicest part of El Alto. Oops. But they have buildings like, man, I can't find a good example. Let's find a different road. Hello, Siberius. You're getting here just as I'm about to wrap up. We'll find one of these streets. All right. See, like, look at all these like loose bricks just sitting on the ground. It's like they started building it, but they just like gave up. Like this area looks abandoned, and yet people live here. Here we go. We're getting a little more like these, you know, you got all these piles of bricks just sitting here. It's like someone was planning on building the rest of it, but they just stopped. But there are parts of El Alto where the buildings look like they're about to collapse any second. And Lima's got parts of the city that look like that too, like La Paz and that El Alto have it, but Lima's got parts of the city that look like that too. But there are parts of Lima that are quite modern because it's a big city. But yeah, yeah, I saw that, Siberius. So this one, Netherlands, great call, whoever. So this is interesting. Whoever got this, you had the wrong country, but you are so close, it's not even funny. I'd love to know the thought process you got to getting to this. But this one was a pretty easy one. You had the plates are yellow, and it now makes sense why there's so many white plates, because we're right near the border. It was really confusing me. I'm like, why are there so many white plates mixed in? Because there was one there, and there was a couple down this way too. But then we also had like the road sign. It's ended in weg. If it ends in weg, it is Netherlands. If it ends in veg, it is Denmark. If it ends in veg, it is Norway, I think. There's so many to keep track of. Am I familiar with BB no dollar sign? Nope. Don't know what that is. So yeah. And then last round. Okay. Latvia. So when I spawned in, I wasn't sure right away. I had my first thought was either it's going to be Baltic or it's going to be somewhere nowhere near there, and I'm going to be wrong by a lot. But my first thought was Latvia or Lithuania. I discarded Estonia because there's no dotted lines on the side of the road. Estonia has dotted lines similar to Sweden. So the more I drove, I really liked Latvia as my choice, but I couldn't discount Lithuania yet. There's lots of signs here that would have told you Latvia over Lithuania if you know other things, like the bollards. I don't know. The black and white bollards are a blind spot to me. I do not know the difference in black and white bollards from country to country. And now that I'm sitting here, I remember Lithuania actually has orange or red on their bollards, so I should have remembered that. But the more I looked at this, I'm like, it's one or the other. But I couldn't remember. Now, somewhere on the side of the road, I think I've passed it already, but there was a marker that was just a blue sign with a 3 on it. Obviously, it's a Latvia thing, and I couldn't remember if it was Latvia or Lithuania. But if they're parallel with the road, apparently it's Latvia because, well, we're in Latvia. So that was how I got there, and that's it. And that is it for today. Disband party. All right. Well, this actually went well. I didn't practice any of what I planned to practice, but it was good to get some GeoGuessr stuff going on here again. Haven't done that in a while. And yeah, I need to start practicing some NMPZ and NM games so that I can be better prepared for next season, because that's now the modes that are being implemented. So yeah. But thanks everyone that came by, and I don't know when I'm going to stream again. You know, I have rarely done it in the last 5 months. I don't know. I do it like what, once or twice a month. It's become a rarity. But thanks again. I will change the screen so that I am full screen, because why do you want to look at a little face? There we go. I will see you in the future. Bye, everyone. Thanks for the super chats earlier, Scott, and I will see you all next time. Bye.